I'm Holly Schindler, an award-winning author as well as freelance editor, writing coach, and writing instructor. I'm also an independent author and publisher. And today, in our InDesign for Authors series, we're going to look specifically at a few different ways you can align your text. We're going to start with the most common type of alignment, which is paragraph alignment. And you're going to find the options for this just over in your Properties panel on the right side of your screen. Now here I've lifted a paragraph from my book on narrative transportation. And here under paragraph, you've got all your options for alignment. You've got align left, you've got align right, you've got justify with last line aligned left. And this is the one you're probably going to use the most throughout your book. It gives you the nice clean line on the right margin there. Center. Now, the thing that might throw you off here, this looks a little wonky even though I've selected center. And of course, my first line has an indentation. So if you get rid of that, you've got the nice center text. But this is going to be your most used alignment tool, is just this paragraph alignment within the Properties panel. Okay, next we're going to look at vertical alignment within a text frame. Okay, say you have a large text frame, but only a few lines of text. This might happen if you've got, say, a title or subtitle or something. By default, the text is always going to sit at the top of the frame. But what if you want it centered vertically? Select Object, Text Frame Options. Now under Vertical Justification, here toward the bottom of this menu, you've got all your options: top, center, bottom, justify. If you select center, the text moves into the middle of the frame. The frame itself, if we select the frame, it becomes a little bit more obvious. See, our frame itself stays exactly where it was. We are simply changing where the text sits inside the frame. And like I said, this is especially useful for things like title pages, pull quotes, box text. Now let's move the actual text frame. Select the frame itself, and then we're going to open the Align panel. And to do that, you're just going to go Window, Object and Layout, Align. Okay. Now using the Align panel, we can align this text frame to the page, the margin, the spread, or another object. You see the options here under Align To. Magazine or marketing designers are the ones that are most commonly going to use the Align to Spread or bleed tools. As book designers, we're going to be more likely to use Align to Margins. Okay. And then we just come up to the top. We can align to the left edge. We can align to the center, the top edge, the bottom edge. Now notice the text, no matter where I place the frame, the text within the frame does not move. The text inside does not change. What we are doing is moving the container, not the text. And finally, we're going to try aligning text around a graphic or object. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to place an image, File, Place. Now what I've got here is just an author photo that is completely isolated. It's a PNG or a PNG file, so it's got a transparent background. And what I'm going to do is get my text to actually run along the right side of it. Okay, so with that image selected, I'm going to go Window, Text Wrap. Okay, now we've got several options here. Got no text wrap, wrap around the bounding box, jump object, jump to next column. I'm going to choose wrap around object shape. And under wrap options, I want it only on the right side. And under contour options, you can try either detect edges or alpha channel. Sometimes alpha channel can work a little better. Okay, then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to increase the spacing a little bit. And there we have it. We have officially wrapped our text around the edge of our image. Okay, so remember that paragraph alignment controls the text itself. Vertical alignment controls where the text sits inside a frame. Object alignment moves the frame, and text wrap controls how the text flows around other objects. And of course, this is a very simple concept, but understanding the difference between the four tools will make working with text in InDesign a lot easier. Okay, if you have a particular question or a kind of problem point, something that really bugs you about InDesign, something you fight with every single time you try to open the program, just leave me a question in the comments and I will absolutely build a video around it. That's going to do it for this edition of InDesign for Authors. I'll catch you in the next video. In the meantime, go write something.